Hey guys, extra, read all about it. This is your daily tarot card reading from Born Without Boundaries. So glad that I could be on here live with you guys today. Normally I do this before, after I've exercised. But I'm not doing it. I'm actually not exercising today because my knee is killing me. So I don't want to injure myself. But what's up, guys? Thank you so much for joining. If you can hop on, I'd be very, very happy if you could. If not, this stays up on YouTube forever. Good morning, honey. Good morning, honey. Good morning, honey. I actually really love saying that. So this is a daily tarot card reading. Hi, guys. Hey, Jackie. Thanks for coming on. This is a daily tarot card reading for all signs. It is not zodiac sign specific. I do not break off the zodiac signs in the daily. It's a general message for anybody that needs or wants to hear it. And you'll see that we have a lot of great conversations during these readings as well. Let's go over Friday. The moon is in Taurus. The moon is in Taurus. Where is my thing? Anyway, the moon is in Taurus where it is exalted. God bless it. And the color of the day is coral. Let's read a little bit about Friday because my beautiful book, Llewellyn's Witch's Date book. I'm serious. Go get one. No, this is not a paid sponsorship. It's got nothing to do with paid sponsorship. It's got to do with the fact that I really think this is a bonus to have in your house. No, you do not have to be a witch. I am not Wiccan. But it really is. It's just helpful, especially if you're just starting to get into this stuff. It's so well organized and I love it. Let's read Friday, guys. Okay, you ready? Friday has to do with the throat. Today's focus is productive dialogue versus monologue, both internally and with others. Dialogue invites new perspectives and requires flexibility, while monologue sticks to the script and is immune to change. Our thoughts can remain open and curious or resist new perspectives. In conversation, we can allow ourselves to be surprised, to truly listen and be present, or we can wait for our turn to resume our monologue. Notice how dialogue builds on the previous chakras. For example, we're more apt to welcome change and surprises than to feel safe, root, and we're less likely to make negative assumptions when we feel connected, heart. Both feelings foster healthy dialogue over fearful, rigid monologue. Today, practice being present and curious in conversations, whether they're happening internally or with others. When your mind is certain, say, I wonder what other possibilities exist. I'm open to perceiving them. Be fully present in conversation. Don't worry about what you're going to say next. Simply savor the details, said and unsaid. Color, sky blue. Generally the color for Fridays. Location, base. Oh, no, this is the color of the chakra. So sky blue, and the chakra is located at the base of the throat. Crystals, lapis, sodalite, celestine, or blue kyanite. Food and drink, blueberries, blackberries, plums. Blend them into a yummy smoothie. Throat-soothing broths, teas with red clover, lemon balm, slippery elm, or marshmallow root. I'm telling you guys, go get you some of this book because it's got so many wonderful things. And I also say that today, specifically, even though it's Friday, and we're celebrating the throat chakra every Friday, it's interesting how the 7 chakras, and they align each one of the 7 days a week with each of the chakras. And it starts at the base. It starts at the root, and it goes upward. So Friday is our throat chakra. So it's about dialogue. It's about connecting. It's about communicating with each other and keeping our mind flexible and open. But the color of today is coral. So what I usually do, Witch's Date book, guys, go get you some. It's just great. It's not my wisdom. It's their wisdom. It's teaching me. I recommend it because I think it can help teach you too. Color is coral. So what I usually do is I have lots of different crystals. Duh, like who the hell out there is surprised that I have crystals, right? and I take the crystals and I put it in my bra. You could call me white trash if you want. I don't care. But I will take it and I'll put it in my bra. It's not just because I don't like hold money there or hold my lipstick there. But girl, I don't judge you if you do. I put it there. Why? Why? As I get all graphic, because it's right by my heart. That's right by my heart. I put it on the left-hand side. The bra's a good place to hold something, and I put the crystal right there by my heart so I can keep it there all day. It's something that I do. There's no rules. There's no rituals. It's just something that I do, and I recommend it to you because I find that it keeps me centered and it makes me happy. So, do what you will. Do what you will. Let's get into the reading. Ooh, the reading for today. Today is a very good day. It's a bright, beautiful day. I had some good news. What's going on out there? Hey, Cindy. I'm going to be speaking with my sis and niece. So, yep, some yepping, LOL. Oh, I don't know what that means, but hey. Hey, what's up, Amber? Valerie, I would love to know more about chakras. Oh, Valerie, you go get yourself some Lou Ellen's Witch's Date Book 2020. But also, there's so much information online about chakras, and it's always a good place to start. I know everybody tries to criticize and say that's not where to study, and it's a good place to start. When you're curious, it's always a good place to start online. Even Wikifuckingpedia is a good place to start. Happy birthday, Doug Denny. Why do I say that, even though the information could be a little wonky? Because it's a good place to start. And if you're really curious about something and you're still curious about it, then you'll know it. You'll know it because, all the other BS won't, what I'm saying is once you look into it a little bit, if you're still curious, you know that you're really interested. So just keep going. You can get deeper, you can go specialty books and all of those things, but start there, start online. I highly recommend it. It's been a wonderful resource for me. I love online. So here we go. All right, let's do this. Reading for today for all signs. Today is a very beautiful day. I actually got to take my dog to the park. Yeah, I got to take my dog to the park. Because Norwalk, where I live, had closed. I live in Norwalk, Connecticut, not Norwalk, California. But Norwalk had closed down all of its parks, but they actually decided to keep one of the parks open, which is a dog park called Taylor Farms. It's very small and a little bit exclusive just because it's only for Norwalk residents, and it has a very small parking lot, and it's really just for people to get out there and walk their dogs. It's not my favorite park, but I have to say, Kisses really loved it. She just really, really loved being able to be with the other dogs again. It's absolutely essential for her. She's a Leo. She needs to be social. She does. Like, I'm not even kidding you. It's like having your own personal bodyguard in your pocket. Oh, what are you talking about, Cindy? Which one? Yeah, talking. I can't. I always lose sight of these conversations, dude. Hey guys, had to park. Jane. Anyway, Wikipedia. I love that, Valerie. That's awesome. Dude, I never even thought of that, Valerie. Like, for real. That's good. I like that. I love play on words, girl. I do. I love a good word play. Do they actually have a Wikipedia? Like a Wikipedia? Do they actually have one of those? Like, I'm curious because, they have specific kind of Wikipedias. They have like offshoots of Wikipedia that are for specific things. I wonder if they have a Wikipedia. I gotta look that up. They do? Jane, you said they do? Oh, I don't know. See, I always lose track. And you know what? On my end, I don't know if it's like constantly streaming on your end, but sometimes it totally disappears on my end. So I can't even read what you guys are saying. Like, I don't even, it just disappears. When it's not moving, it disappears. Let's get into the energies for today. Oh, job well done. You're getting recognized for the work that you do, recognized and celebrated. A job well done. But yes, it is a job well done, but it's also like people are acknowledging that it's a job well done. Now, what's the difference? Because sometimes we do great jobs and it's almost like people don't even know. It's like, why is nobody noticing? No, this is people noticing, people congregating around you, people wanting to work with you, people coming near you, or you finding work that you really enjoy, that's really satisfying to you, that you really love to do. All good things. One card just fell out. Pardon me. The moon card. Now, this is the girl facing up. She's Pisces, so this is Piscean energy. But essentially, it's about a divine mystery, a great mystery, but a knowing. Understand that the one thing that's not a mystery about the 12th house is that psychic connection and intuitive understanding. So if you're going to ask for details, if you're going to want practicalities, if you're going to want data and measurements, don't pick up on the 12th house energy. You know what you're going to pick up on? In the 12th house, your psychic energy, your intuition. This is about an understanding and a knowing, a deep, unabiding, like a deep certainty that you can't explain. I'm just going to give you a straight up, don't explain it. Don't try to explain it. Don't try to understand it. Just trust it. Because when it shows up with 12th house Piscean energy, you have to just trust things. If you try to overanalyze them, you'll confuse yourself and you'll get yourself lost in the dream world. You can't do that. You just got to go with the craziness of the whole situation. You've got to accept the craziness so the craziness doesn't control you. And this is really about knowing. Knowing psychically, knowing that something is coming, even though it doesn't seem like it is, even though it doesn't, you don't see it, you don't think it's happening, but there is an insight that you really can't explain. And so don't try to explain it. Why are you trying to explain something? I'm gonna take it the way I want it. So this is healing and happiness, because it came out a little bit wonky. I was going to turn it up right, but no, not when I see what it is. Yeah, I do. I get the choice. So here we have the Nine of Swords in reverse. Now, I love the Nine of Swords in reverse because essentially what it's saying is there's healing. There's healing and there's health returning, and there's a sense of peace where there was worry and stress, maybe even actual illness. So this is curing. Maybe we're getting a freaking vaccine to the coronavirus. It's coming soon. It's coming. You can feel it in the air at night. I can feel it coming in the air at night. Listen, like I don't have a singing channel. I have an astrology channel. What did I say? Something is coming to an end. There's sickness and unrest and unhealth. Health is returning. The hard part is over. Let's look to the full moon. Full moon is coming up. What was this full moon? What was the last full moon we had? It was in Virgo, right? I don't know. I know I'm supposed to know all this. I get lost. I really do. I really, really do. Let me consult Llewellyn. It's not just a woman named Llewellyn. It's actually quite a big variety of people. Full moon is coming on Tuesday the 7th in April, which is a lot closer than you guys think. A lot closer than I realized. Better watch out. April Fool's Day is coming on a Wednesday. But let's look for Tuesday, full moon in Libra. What? Yeah, so the last full moon was in Virgo. Why do I doubt myself? Do you guys find that happening? Like you doubt yourself when you would have been right? So many times. I'm not trying to brag. Okay, a little bit. I'm trying to brag. It's like I look back. It's like I was right. Why didn't I just like believe in myself? Good question, Michelle. So yeah, the next full moon is called the wind moon. And it's coming on April 7th at 10:35 p.m. and it's in Libra, second quarter Libra. So it's right in the middle of Libra. I really love that actually. Oh, full moon in Libra. You wanna read about it? You guys want to read about it? Can we read about it? Are you gonna hate me if I just interrupt the reading? I know, but wait a second. Let's read about the full moon in Libra. The full moon in Libra underlines the connection between self and other. Aligned with the goddess Venus and Aphrodite Urania, Libra is concerned with the art of relationship, not just the romantic sort, but between all things. Themes of beauty, balance, fairness, and refined aesthetic come to the fore when the moon is full in Libra. It is a good time for love magic. And I got some love spells to share. I'll actually do a video on it. Darn, that's a good idea. It is a good time for love magic. Getting clear about defining your own needs in a relationship while artfully balancing the needs of others. Working magic for deepening an existing union and drawing the perfect person for you into your life without naming names. So I'll do that. I'll come on here because I got a few love spells. Yeah, it's technically spells, but manifestations, practices, rituals that you can do. I got a few, and there seems to be 3 that we can work on. Drawing a perfect person into your life, getting clear about defining your own needs, balancing your needs between your needs and the needs of others, deepening an existing union or drawing a new person into your life. I'm actually going to like underline all this. You see, I'm working as we speak, artfully about work, deepening an existing union and drawing the perfect person into your life. Personal adornment is a sacred ritual to Libra, and this full moon highlights how we choose to show up in the world and put our best foot forward. So let's go back to what I think is particularly important. Getting clear about defining your own needs in a relationship. Bingo! Now that's something that none of us think about, is it? You know, none of us think about it. What do we all think about? What I want them to look like. What I want them to treat me like. What I want them to be like. What about me? What about you? What do you bring into the relationship, and what do you really want? What do you really want? Not what do you want them to be, but what do you really want out of the relationship, right? That's a great question. Ooh, I'm so inspired. I'm so inspired. Okay, let's go on with the reading. I know, like that's what we're here for. Actually, that's not what we're here for, is it? Really, what we're here for is the conversation and the company. And I'm so glad that we're hanging out with each other. But I just found this amazing spell book. Ooh, the High Priestess. Now this bitch right here, this is divine intervention saying in the future, this shit is happening. Understand that this is what's coming. This is guaranteed, baby, guaranteed. When she comes up, she's also strength and wisdom in knowing and alignment with spirit. Being in alignment with spirit will enable your deeper knowing, will enable your strength and your courage to trust even when things don't make sense. The central energy is the 8 of Swords, feeling trapped, feeling isolated, feeling robbed. Okay. Now this could be what we're just feeling, what we're just thinking. We'll have 4, 4, 11, and 44 and 11. That's, I love you, angels. That's protection and awakening. There's 11 likes and 44 people on here, if you want to know what I'm talking about. So essentially, this is the central energy. So this is where we're coming from right now. This is central to our emotional state or even our physical state in this world. Feeling trapped, feeling isolated, feeling paranoid, maybe even mental illness or mental disorder, but also could be robbed, people robbing you, taking things away from you, or you feeling like you're having things taken away from you. But it's surrounded by forward progress, motion, and hope for the future. So this is really great news. Oh, what is this? Oh, the 2 of Cups, shallow connections, a connection that just was not meant to be. Let her go. Let her go. 2 of Cups in reverse is maybe you wanted it to be something, but maybe you wanted it to be something, but it just wasn't meant to be. Now, check this out. This is the Ace of Swords. Could be death. Could be actual death. Could be hurt, suffering, sorrow, pain. It could also just be a conclusion or an ending, but usually this is complete and total loss and failure. A shallow connection. This is a breakup, essentially what this is. somebody that maybe was cheating on you or fucking around behind your back, somebody who was deceiving you. This is victory where you once failed. So this is a really beautiful energy. This is actually not going anywhere. It's kind of staying in one place. It could be because you were stalled or were not allowed to move on, but this is also a mental state. So I understand why this is a central energy. I'll tell you right now, there's somebody out there that has not accepted that the relationship is over. I'm telling you right now, there's somebody out there that is not accepted that their relationship is over. And because they have not accepted it, they're feeling all kinds of like stressed and paranoid, and they're almost keeping themselves from the truth. When in reality, if you looked around you, this is a beautiful thing. This was a relationship that was not meant to stay forever. It was not meant to be long-term. And to be honest with you, you're better off without the person. You're better off. You're better off now. It may not be a relationship. It could be between you and your job, you and your partnership. This has to do with a partnership, as we were just talking about the Libra full moon, is a partnership that was not meant to last as long as, for some reason, you fakaked brain decided it was supposed to last. And I know, because what do we all do? As soon as something matters to us or excites us, energizes us, or feels like a good thing, we automatically go to, you see my nails? Oh, bitch, please. I got to get those bitches done. Anyway, we automatically go to, it's got to last forever, because, you know, forever is the only way that we can understand that something is valuable. But that's a bunch of BS. It doesn't have to last forever for it to be valuable. And I think that that's why we feel really shitty. We feel really bad right now. At the heart of us, we almost don't want to accept what's really happened. And what's really happened is they left you. It's over. You're not going back. You're not going back. There's stagnation here. You're not moving forward with this person. But guess what? There's victory and triumph in you not moving forward. There is success where you might not even see it right now. There is a sense that even though you feel stalled and you feel stagnated, believe me, you're not. You're actually where you're supposed to be. Hold on. Can you just clarify this Six of Swords for me, please? Clarify this Six of Swords. What the fuck? Okay. The Six of Swords is being clarified by victory, which means you don't have to move. You don't have to move forward. Things don't have to change. There is a sense of, in other words, there's mental anguish here, and there's mental anguish here. And what this is telling me is there's victory over this mental anguish. Whatever has been upsetting you or harming you or making you feel taken advantage of, you are going to win victorious over. And I'm telling you right now, it has to do with this relationship. Because when it comes to this shallow relationship, to this partnership that was not supposed to be forever, it's done. It's over. Like, this is what I say, this is death. But not like physical death. Death of a situation that was not supposed to be long term. So I know that maybe this is an actual relationship in and of itself, or like it could be a friendship, or it could also just be your work. I know, listen, 3.3 million people just got laid off in the state of Connecticut alone. I'm not kidding. That's huge. So, huge. So what this is telling me is there's a lot of people who are experiencing endings in partnerships right now. They may not have to be with marriage, though being quarantined with somebody for a couple of weeks could end a marriage too. But this is about, listen, if it didn't stand the test of time, if it wasn't meant to be, it's over. What this is telling me is what isn't meant to be is over. It's done. It's been taken care of, and it's now out of your way. It's been taken care of for you. It's like the universe has done seen that you were raped and stripped and taken advantage of, and maybe you didn't see it because the stabbing was coming in your back. But the ending, it's all over now. There's been divine intervention to protect your ass. And it's really a victory that this circumstance or situation didn't move forward. You may not see it now. It's okay. You don't have to see it now. I see it now. I see it clearly. You know what your ass has got to do? Have faith. What did I say at the opening of the reading? This is not about something making sense. It's about something intuitively telling you that it's going to happen. So even if it doesn't make sense, even if you're scared, how am I going to pay the bills? How am I going to pay my bills when I just lost my job? But you know what? You hated the job anyway. You couldn't stand it. Or maybe even if you could, you were always thinking of doing something else. And I know that this is like a shallow commentary on things that really worry people, because we all worry about paying our rent or paying our mortgage or taking care of our kids. But ultimately, what I'm saying is that somewhere inside of you, there is a little part of you that has a happiness. There's a little part of you that is like, this is going to work out. I want you to believe in that part of you. I want you to believe and listen to that small voice instead of all the other large, bigger, egotistical voices going on top of it. I want you to listen to that small, tiny voice. You may feel crazy for believing that your life is going to work out, but you're not crazy. You're right. Your life is going to work out. It's almost destined. You've been selected and you've been chosen. There is not only a validation, but a noticing. What did I say? You are noticed. Noticed. We started the reading here. Your work is finally being noticed. You are finally being noticed. That is it. You are finally being noticed. And it's not going to make any sense. And to be honest with you, you're not going to see this coming, because of these two tricky witches. They don't come straight out, man. They're not something that comes. This isn't the Sun card. You know, the Moon card upright, she's not about secrets and lies. She's about intuition. She's about getting in touch with your intuitiveness. She's about trusting your intuitiveness. And she's about those messages that come from underneath. But that's not necessarily lies. If this was upside down, it would be different. But she in reverse up in here, she's upright and she knows exactly what she's doing. She's getting in tune with these psychic tremors, okay? And this one really seals the deal. She's that connectivity to higher spirit, higher power, and predictiveness into the future. She tells you where you're headed in the future. And believe her when she shows up. You don't see it now. Where are you at the present moment? Right up in here. Right up, all up in your negative thoughts, or maybe literally having just experienced like you lost everything. But believe me when I say to you, something is coming. Something is coming to take care of that anguish and those fears and sort of being trapped in your own sort of mental torment, if you will. So whatever is stressing you out, how does that translate to the everyday? To not be so Hollywood and dramatic about this. All that stress and all that fear, I believe there is something running beneath it. I believe that there is an intuitive message that you're feeling running beneath it, like, but this is really all going to be okay. Please trust that, because it's all going to really be okay. Understand something. This card, the Judgment card, is a card that says you are chosen, you are special. Yes, you'll be the selected. And it fell on top of this card, which relates to this card. What didn't work out, what rejected you, or what was not meant to be long term, was a triumph. It's part of the process. It's part of what's leading you to where you need to be. And I understand that may be, all of us probably have ideas in our mind right now of what, oh, I know what it is. It's that thing that keeps rejecting you that we think is all of a sudden going to come around. That's not what it is. It's that thing that's really breaking your heart that's not working out. And you don't know what to do, but you don't want to give up. You want to hold on, but ultimately you know that it's over. That thing. That's the thing that you got to let go of. And you got to start finding other things to do. You got to start finding other things to do. Because you're being directed to find something else to do. You're being directed to move in a new direction. Or you're being directed to not give up. To not give up. And really just give up the stress and the negative self-talk. And the idea that it's never going to work because, it's never going to work because, it's never going to work because, it is going to work because I didn't give up. Now that has a lot more to do with, I think, work, but it could be partnership too. I don't want anybody staying in an abusive relationship though. I don't like to contribute to that. But anyway, yeah, it could very well be. It could very well be. In other words, let's put it this way. Let's put it this way to make it really clear. Listen to God. Listen to that voice. Listen to spirit. Listen to the universe. Listen to that higher power. Don't listen to your own paranoia and fear. You got to have victory over the paranoia and the fear. That's what really needs to come in, is welcome in the help and the assistance and triumph over the victory and fear. Stand your ground. Stand your ground by listening and trusting to what the divine is handing you. Believe in it even if it doesn't make sense. Believe in it even if it doesn't make sense. Believe in it. I've said this over and over again. Your focus determines your reality. So what you really believe in is what you end up living. And I noticed that because I was listening to one of my favorite readers. I just listened to her cancer reading. It's Saltwater Hills Tarot. And she was like, cancers are going to have such a great time in April. It was such a great reading. And I'm sitting here like, I don't know. I don't feel it. I feel it intuitively. But in my mind, which is what swords are, mentally, it doesn't make sense, and I'm worried, and I don't believe it because there's so much that's gone wrong. But what I'm trying to tell you guys is, don't worry about the mentally. Bypass what makes sense and listen to your intuition. Because ultimately, it's that intuition that's telling you the good thing, the right thing. It doesn't make any sense. I get it. I know. And endings are hard. Things not working out, right, are hard. Please just accept and move and go. Let yourself be loved by yourself, you first, and trust, and don't always talk in your own head over and over and over again about why are you do those things, why are you doing those things wrong, why. Stop questioning yourself. Just let yourself be yourself. Unconditionally loving who you are first. What do I want to go to next? I saw an eagle the other day. Let me tell you about that. I saw an eagle the other day. It was random. I was driving home, and there's hawks around me all the time. There's actually literally hawks that live all around where I live in Connecticut, but hawks are major importance to a huge totem for me and my son. And I was driving the other day, and I look up in the sky because I'm always, I know I should. Why are your eyes why aren't your eyes on the road, Michelle? They were. I was at a stoplight. And I'm at this intersection all the time, and I look up, and we have a lot of vultures around us too, and vultures are actually a very beautiful totem as well. They speak to cleaning, like using what you have and being ingenuitive and cleaning out the past and renewal, finding a way to make something that was dead into something that could be useful. So it's a very powerful totem. I'm always grateful for their presence as well. That and the fact that vultures are nature's recyclers. They don't let anything go to waste. They find a way to make what everybody else calls trash into something that is useful. So they're blessed. Okay, I look up into the sky and I see this huge wingspan, and I think, okay, I'm looking at a vulture at first. And then I keep watching it because I'm at the stoplight, and I'm looking, and I start to see that the head is white, and I think at first, oh, that's got to be the reflection of the sun. And I'm like, no, because this bird isn't really silhouetted. That's not what's going on here. And then I realized it's a friggin' eagle. It was a bald eagle. And I was like, I know that there's a bald eagle sanctuary up in Kent, Connecticut, which is about an hour from where I was. So it's not that bald eagles are nowhere near where I live. They are. But this was, I don't know what he was doing in Norwalk. It was interesting. I was really stunned by the whole situation. And because when a bald eagle comes into your life, it's a message. It's like it's almost like a message directly from spirit, like, heads up, be aware, you're a part of the change, that kind of energy. And it was really like, I couldn't believe it was happening. But let me say this to you. The last time my life started to take a really beautiful change, I had seen another sign. It was about 6 years ago. I was walking into my house, where I lived with my son for about 5 years. I was walking into my house randomly at night. I think I'd just gotten home from work, and I look up in the sky. I'm always looking up in the sky, and all of a sudden I see this fireball just streak through the sky. Yes, it was an asteroid, but it was so big, it looked like a comet. And it was so big, it was like, from where I was, it still looked like a baseball being thrown through the sky. Like, that's how big and close the shooting star was to me. It looked like a fireball, and I could tell it was a shooting star because it burned up just like the rest of them. It streaked across the sky and it was gone. But it was like, literally, I was like shocked. I was just stood there like, what did I just see? Because I've never seen something so huge before. But it was a sign. Happy birthday, Doug Denny. All of a sudden, things were going to change. And they started to change for the better. They started to change. There was like almost like a delivery of power. And for me to see the eagle, it was almost like a statement of, okay, man up. Like, there's something new coming. There's something new happening. There's leadership change. There's manifestation. It was almost like the comet was delivering it from the universe, and now the eagle's expecting it to be put forward in the 3D type of energy exchange, if that makes any sense. Happy birthday, Michelle Ann Sandygate. I will say, so just so that you guys know what I'm doing when I say happy birthday, whenever I see, so I started this a long time ago because I celebrate my son every day I can and every way I can. And so anytime I see his birthday, which is June 23rd, so 6/23, every time I see 6/23, I always say, happy birthday, Doug Denny, because, and I'll see it like if I'm randomly driving on the road, my mother will look at me like I'm crazy, but now she knows that I do it. I do it with Doug in the car. Every time I see 6/23 on a clock, on a license plate, because I consider it the luckiest number of my life. So I always say, happy birthday, Doug Denny. It's a celebration of him. And I've been doing it for years. And so finally, I started seeing, like, I think one day, a couple of years ago, I saw 706. And I was like, well, that's my birthday. And I'm like, well, you celebrate your son. Why don't you love yourself too? Start saying happy birthday, Michelle Ann, every time you see your birthday. So that's what I started doing. I started saying happy birthday, Michelle Ann Sandygate. Every single time I see 706 now, I say happy birthday, Michelle. So it's a little bit of a expression of joy and celebration of the day that my son was born and the day that I was born, to remind me, using my words, that I am valuable and that he is valuable. It's a celebration and a gratitude, an expression of gratitude that we were born. So that's what I do, and you'll see me doing it every time. I do it in the middle of the week aheads. I do it in the middle of the dailies. But I'll always, if I see 6/23 anywhere on the timestamp, I'll be like, happy birthday, Doug Denny. And if I see 706, I'll be happy birthday, Michelle Ann Sandygate. And I say it out loud. And I don't care who is watching or who is around. I say it out loud because it's a celebration of our lives, the day that we were born. So now you know why I do it. So let's get these angel energies. Let's do the angel. Oh, okay. And they're both heart chakra. They're both green. Lots of green showing up here. Lots of green. There's green. Green, green. Ooh, green is the color of one of my characters. I gotta change her eye color. Her eye should be green. Yeah. Okay, so Archangel Raphael has showed up. Sacred space has showed up. Truth has showed up. Imagine has showed up. And destiny has showed up. So let's read them in the order of appearance. Let's read them all. Sacred space. We, your guardian angels, surround you with emerald, gold, and rose pink light. Surrender your concerns and worries and enter this sacred space of love and healing. So they're giving us the asylum that we need to help us. Archangel Raphael is here. Feel yourself surrounded by my emerald green light. Okay, what did I say? Everything was green, and this is Archangel Raphael. So Archangel Raphael, I, Archangel Raphael, offer you healing and solace. The storm clouds will soon clear, and the sun will shine eternally bright. Trust. Well, thank you so much, Archangel Raphael. I love you too. We love you too. Thank you for your presence being here. But I say there's green all over, and all the cards came out green. And then Archangel Raphael is green light. That's crazy. Truth. The best way through the current situation is to just speak your truth. Contrary to what you may think, no one will be hurt if you express exactly how you feel. Woo, have I been saying exactly how I feel? I've been ranting lately. But really finding your truth, finding that, honoring what you really feel. This is particularly difficult for us Cancerians because we're so, even Librans, we're so intuitively connected to what everybody else wants. We end up saying immediately before we even give ourselves a chance to say what we want to say, we automatically, it comes out, what they want to hear. And it's something that we have to literally use our brains to get in the way of, because it ends up ruining us. It ends up hurting us a great deal. And a lot of times it's why people can't stand us and why they call us liars and they say we're manipulative, because didn't you just tell me for 2 years straight that you were happy, and now all of a sudden all of this shit comes out, and what are you talking about? And they we get accused of being manipulative. People don't understand. It's not intentional. The intent has to be to stop letting it happen. That's what, oh, thank you for the donation. I just saw that pop up. So God bless whoever did that. I can't see who did it. Oh, it was Amber Girl. Thank you. Thank you so much, Amber. So essentially what it is that we immediately feel what you feel, and we want to make you happy. I've said it 1,000 times. If the zodiac signs were mental disorders, Cancers would be codependency disorder, because immediately we're just like, what do you want to hear? And then we say it. And we, like 5 minutes later or an hour after you've left the room, we're like mad as hell or angry or upset. And it's like, where's all this coming from? Oh, this is how we really feel about it. This is our feelings. But we didn't pick up on our feelings. We picked up on your feelings. So we said what you wanted to hear to make you stay in that vibration. And this is why Cancer is the youngest water sign, the cardinal sign. We have a tremendous amount of energy, but we're also stupid. We don't have a tremendous amount of self-control, because that takes time to learn, that tremendous amount of self-control and self-discipline to teach us, is it your feelings? Then why are you saying it? Do you really feel that way? Then why are you saying it? If you don't really feel that way, don't say it. Say what you feel. But we get so scared. We are so in tune with everybody else, we automatically end up saying what they would say or they want to say. And then we're like, well, where does this other energy come from? Oh, it's our energy. So it's very, very difficult for Cancerians to learn their energy and own it and feel confident in it and share our opinions instead of what we know you want to hear. Because we know you want to hear it. We'll pick up intuitively on exactly what you want to hear. And we'll actually be afraid to say anything else because we feel you wanting it so bad. And we don't even realize all this is happening. This is just happening like this is our reality every day. And it takes decades into our 30s or 40s for us to finally get the self-discipline to realize that's not what we're feeling, that's what they're feeling. And that's not what we think, that's what they think. We have to keep this shit separate. It takes a long time. So this truth card is powerful message. It really rings true. For me, definitely. I'm sure for a lot of you, the best way through the current situation is to just speak your truth. Contrary to what you may think, no one will be hurt if you express exactly how you feel. Okay. Okay, angels. Imagine is the next card we got. Clearly visualize the life you want. Feel it in your soul, feel it in your heart and soul, and so it will come to be. Clearly visualize the life you want, feel it in your heart and soul, and so it will be. Okay, and now we have destiny. Your destiny is to blossom, to shine, to transform to an ever greater light. It's your destiny to be victorious. It's your destiny to be triumphant. Believe me, that's what the universe has in store for you. Will you allow it? That's the question. Clearly visualize the life you want, feel it in your heart and soul, and so it will be. One of the first steps I'm taking toward the life I want is to move out to California. And believe me when I say there has been a lot of doubt in my mind. There has been a lot of fear. How am I going to afford this? How? Like, I don't know how. You know, it's funny how the how ends up coming by just one step after another. You ever find that? It's like you discover how you're going to do it by solving the problem in the moment. Maybe sometimes you can't plan that far ahead. You just have to not necessarily go with the flow in terms of don't prepare at all. But there are questions that are going to remain unanswered until you're there, until you're doing it. And there's no way to be certain of everything. So you just got to like make a decision. And once you make a decision, you will then subsequently figure out everything you need to figure out. Happy birthday, Michelle Ann. You will subsequently figure out everything you need to figure out to get to that decision. So I guess the real struggle, the real challenge is to make the decision, to decide. And here we are, we think we've already decided, but have we? If we're still doubting and we're still fearing and we're still questioning and we're still saying, oh, I could go back. I could go back. I could decide tomorrow I'm not going to do it. I could go back. I love angels too, Amber. Maybe now I'll finally get to listen to some of those videos you sent me because I never have any time to listen to shit. I'm just like, I haven't listened to David Palmer's my favorite astrologer. And I haven't listened to him in like weeks. Like the one downside, I don't want to say it's a real downside because I don't want to complain, but when I create a lot of content and I'm so friggin' busy with everything else that I don't get to really listen to what I used to love to listen to. And that's the one thing. So I'm going to try to catch up on that today. I also want to write in my book today too. That's important. That's really important. But because I saw the bald eagle, I'm pulling this deck. Now you guys know because you watch me. I thank you so much for constantly watching me. You constantly watch. You know that I use the animal oracles, right? The spirit animal oracle deck. This is the spirit of the animals. Spirit of the animals, and these are more totems. This is a more of a totem-oriented deck. So I've just been called to use it today. It actually comes with this beautiful spread. If you're interested in purchasing it, it's by Jody Bergsma. I'm going to show it to you right there. It's by Jody Bergsma, and I believe she did the illustrations as well as the captions and definitions. Really, really awesome deck. And I have to say, I highly recommend it, especially for newbies, because it comes with a 9-card spread sheet that will help you sort of, if you, I don't use spreads, I use my own spread, but it kind of comes with one of these too, to really help you out and really get you into it. And I did it once for myself. I don't like to read for myself. When I first got the deck and I was playing with it, I did it. And you know, she has a whole wonderful layout here for you of how to use the totems. They're really wonderful, I gotta say. I love this. I love this. Anyway, also I highly recommend this deck. But I've been called to use it because of that run-in with the bald eagle. Listen, if any of you get to see a bald eagle randomly, you better listen. I'm just saying. Ooh. Okay. With these oracle cards, I don't care if they come out reverse. I don't read these cards in reverse. There's no reversals for this deck, so it doesn't matter. Oh, you better stop. You had to think about what you're trying to do to me. Here we go. Ladybug. This is what came out. Ladybug is good luck. You are a bright energy. Let worry go and be happy here and now. Feel good about being a loving and colorful you. You bless the world with color and good luck. And there you go. And this is the one freaking card that came out. How cute. I was like, you know what I was hoping for. I was hoping that eagle would show up. Kisses? Was he? Hold on. Kisses? I thought I heard her. Did you hear her bark? I thought I heard her bark. And sometimes what she does is, because I'm up in my loft, and she'll wait at the bottom of the ladder and just be like there looking up at me. It breaks my heart. It makes me feel shitty. But no, she's still downstairs sleeping. Let's read Ladybug. 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 Luck. Life cycle. Good omen. Joy. Delicate. Beauty. Harmless. Faith. Change. Release. Renewal. What was this whole reading about? Change, release, and renewal. The arrival of a ladybug is always an omen of good luck. The person with a ladybug totem is usually a lively and colorful companion. You are a bringer of joy. You are trustworthy, easygoing, and happy. Ladybug people remind others to let things flow at a natural pace. This whole reading was about this. That's why it came out. Ladybug urges you to leave your worries behind. What? What did I keep saying? Leave your worries behind. Oh, wow. Okay. And know that in due time, your dreams will come true. Ladybug medicine asks you to be true to yourself and teaches you that you can never be happy living someone else's idea of life. Oh, let's read that one again. You can never be happy living someone else's version, someone else's idea of life. That one hit me in my soul. The name Ladybug came from its association with the Virgin Mary, Lady of Heaven. Ladybugs have often been tied to spiritual devotion, and those with this totem do well with daily meditation and prayer. Ladybugs have a short life cycle and reproduce many times each season. This links them to the energies of renewal and abundance. If a ladybug wanders into your life, know that good luck and cheerful happiness are just around the corner. Don't let worry ruin your happiness. Life is short. What just happened? Did you see that? It just completely disconnected. I'm sorry about that, guys. Do not despair. Joy is everywhere. Don't let others dim your colors. Don't let others dim your colors. Don't let others dim your colors. That's what you gotta do, man. Oh, you gotta be you. Oh, I love it. Ladybug, ladybug, ladybug. Oh, I don't have all the answers, man. I don't know what the fuck is being sent in my direction. But I tell you, man, I feel good. I feel good. And that's what I want to encourage everybody. Welcome to live chat. Remember to guard your privacy and abide by our community guidelines. Okay, YouTube, I hear you listening. I hear you listening. This is just a really beautiful deck. I love it so much. I love it. Clearly, that's what we needed to hear. That's it. Oh, look at the little frog. Isn't he cute? And this is prosperity, too. And butterfly fell out, rebirth. You can reinvent yourself, open to the rewards of change. You have brilliance to share with the world. Love every part of your journey. Love every part of your journey. Love every part of your journey. Guys, ladybug and a butterfly, can you feel spring in the air? Do you know that it's coming? Because I can feel it coming in the air at night. I can feel it. I know it's here. Like spring is here. It's just like, oh, yes, thank God. Spring, spring, spring. And so the place in San Diego that I'm looking to live, and I know that maybe people will argue with me, but my brother has friends there, so that's kind of why I'm looking, is Coronado Island. Now, Coronado Island is just off the coast of San Diego Major, and it's a little bit, I don't know if it's not maybe the prettiest location, but honestly, they kind of feel like my people because they kind of feel like my people because I read an article today that said Coronado Island, the beaches on Coronado Island. Oh, Amber, girl, hold you down. That's my brother's military, Amber. My brother was military for 26 years. He retired as an E8, E9. The highest rank I think that he had, that was in Fort Hood, the most decorated officer. He was probably out there for military, right? And anyway, I was reading this article, and it said Coronado Island beaches, the only beaches to remain open. And I was like, those motherfuckers right there, those motherfuckers right there, those motherfuckers are my people. like you better keep those beaches open. And I remember when I first decided, boom, to move to San Diego, I was looking, I'm not kidding you. Now you know how obsessed with my dog I am. I was saying to myself, I want to know where the dog parks are. I got to know where the dog parks are, because I knew I wasn't going to be able to afford a $7 million home on the beach, right? It's very expensive. San Diego is not as expensive as LA, but it's expensive. Let's be real. And I knew that I was just going to be able to get a simple apartment. So I owe it like I have out here, because Fairfield County is unreal expensive too. So I depend on the public parks to be able to walk my dog so she can run and have quality of life. So the first thing I did was like, where are the dog parks in San Diego? And one of the first hits was Coronado Beach has an open dog area that's open all year. It's a specific area that dogs are allowed, but it's a big thing. So I was like, all the apartments I was looking at, I was like, well, how far is it from Coronado Island? I was like, how long will it take me to get to the, so that's kind of the area that I'm looking in. And I just keep getting these little signs and synchronicities. It is the right place to look. I found an apartment complex out there that has some fair rents, and hopefully in June I'll be able to know whether or not they have room for me out there. I'm not real scared, man. If I've got to just jump in and rent an apartment and I can't find temporary housing, I'm not really scared of it. I'm going to save up money to buy a bed and a couch. Like, that's kind of my thing. It's like I got to buy a bed and a couch, a bed and a couch. And if I have those things and internet connection, because you can't mess around with internet connection. Clearly, you guys know what I do. I need internet connection. Um, so that's really important. I gotta get the cable set up immediately when I get out there. Not cable, but internet. I haven't had cable for 15 years. I'm not kidding. The last time I had a cable bill was 15 years ago. I have not had cable in 15 years. For 15 years, I have been either completely without television or just using apps and internet access. Like cable for me, because I was poor. Not kidding. I was a struggling single mom that made like $55,000 a year. It was not going to happen. I had to cut costs. So cable was one of the first things to go, and because that's like $150 a month. And once upon a time, before cable started getting wise to the whole internet crazy thing, it only used to be like $35 for internet connection. Now it's $75 for internet connection, but it used to only be $35. And so I was watching things like Netflix and Hulu as soon as they were available. I was on board because suddenly it allowed me to be able to connect to things like YouTube. I've loved YouTube for years because it was my only access to any kind of television or video entertainment. I would watch TV over other people's house. Cable was just off for me. And so I need my internet connection. I don't need my cable, but I need my internet connection. Plus now my whole business runs on the internet, so I need my internet connection as soon as I get out there. I wonder if they'll be able to set that shit up for me, so as soon as I walk in the house, I'll be able to be like, okay, internet. Because I have the data on my phone, of course, but data can be very limiting when you're uploading video files. It's very slow. So, and of course I upload... Oh God, I upload 6 video files a day. 6 video files a day because I do the 3 zodiacs, right? The 3 zodiac week aheads. And that happens Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. And of course, those are 6 videos because each day, because I always do an extended. And then I do the romantic tarot on Sunday, and that's a huge video file because that upload is at least an hour long. Usually an hour and a half long with the extended. The extended is deeper. It gives more information. So that's another hour and a half. So video files are hard to upload through data. You actually really need strong Wi-Fi to be able to do it. So I'm wondering if they could set that shit up for me like before I even get I'm not kidding. I'm really thinking, I'm wondering. Because I'm gonna be while I'm traveling out there, you won't see this behind me. You won't see it because I'll be in my car. I'll be at the Airbnbs because hopefully my son's going to come with me. We're going to be on the road for 2 friggin' weeks crossing the country. So, I'll be doing the tarot. You'll still have your videos. It'll be the same quality of message, but you'll be on a road trip with me. It'll be fun. I actually can't wait. It's going to be exciting. Anyway, we're at an hour. I don't care if we just want to shoot the shit a little bit. That'd be cool too. Why can't I see these friggin' comments I feel like I'm just talking to myself when I really want to be talking to you guys, but I can't talk to you guys because I can't see. Oh, thank you, Brienne. You're just so wonderful. You live close to, who is Bama Kimberly? Where is she, sweetheart? Cindy, where is Bama Kimberly? Is she out in New York? Cable is garbage. Grace, it really is. And they really have screwed us because, whether you have cable or not, they own all the wiring that the internet runs on too. So they can keep raising these prices, and that's what they do. Yeah, let's shoot her the bull. Let's shoot the bull. In Bama. What's Bama, honey? Oh, Alabama? You talking about? Oh, I understand what your message is. You live close to Bama, Kimberly, Alabama. Okay. The private barn oh, Kimberly, you train horses? I train horses at and where my horse lives has closed down yesterday, and that was my happy place. Kimberly, how can they completely close it down though, honey? The animals have to be taken care of. Now I am going to be Kimba of the jungle in the woods. I live in Woodstock, Cindy. Where in Alabama? Oh, Woodstock, New York. You are, Kimberly? Alabama. Alabama. Remember, I always, every time I hear Alabama, I hear Forrest Gump saying it. It's like in that accent in my mind. He had a very specific accent. Um, but Kimberly, seriously, like I used to visit San Diego. I drop a few times a year. My uncle lived out there. Do you like it, Julie? I will set up your interview. Oh, thank you, Amber. I have your number, and I will absolutely give you a call. I'm not even kidding you because I need the internet there. As soon as I get there, I need the internet in there. My dad is from San Diego. Oh, cool. I live in Grand Bay, Alabama. How cute. Just to try. Is it pretty out there? Just outside of Mobile, Alabama. I don't think I visited anywhere in Alabama, but I knew Tennessee and even parts of Louisiana were really spectacularly beautiful. I love San Diego. It's the best place in California. Oh, I just can't wait. My heart is longing for it. It literally starts to ring every time I think about it. I missed it. Where are you moving? Brianna, I'm moving to San Diego in August. As of August 1st, I'll be out there full time. August 1st or the first week in August. Like I said, Doug is my son. We're going to travel cross country. I want him to travel with me, because I want him to be with me. It's going to be really cool to travel cross country. I want him to experience it. And we love road trips. And B, it's nice to have a little bit of companionship and protection with you, right? When you're traveling cross country. Dude, I would do it by myself. I went back and forth, drove back and forth to Florida, just me, my dog, and my Jeep, pregnant with Doug 3 times. I'm not kidding you. The last time up, we flew up because I had sold my Jeep down there. But 3 times went back and forth to Florida pregnant. So I'll do it myself, but it's going to be much more fun with him. I'm moving out to San Diego. I have always wanted to move out to San Diego. I actually had plotted out the space when I was 20 years old before I met Douglas's father. I had plotted out my road trip out there and I never went. And then I met his father and the next year I got knocked up and then I had my baby and it never happened. And it's like, I'm up here in Connecticut and don't really love it. I don't love it up here at all. I love my friends. That's the hard part, especially for a Cancerian. I love my friends, but friends travel. They'll come out and visit me. One of my best friends, Megan, she's on here sometimes. She's like, I can't wait to come out. I'll visit San Diego anytime. I'm just like, I got a bed for you. I have room. But anyway, no. So I'd always wanted to move out, but I didn't. And I realized that basically my son, who is now in college, he's a sophomore in college. He's basically only up here 2.5 months out of the year. And most of the rest of the time, he lives in Florida. He has off-campus housing. He rents a beautiful house with 5 of his classmates. So his address is in Florida now. Like he's not up here. Why am I up here? It doesn't make any sense. And after college, he still wants to fly jets for the military. So he's not going to come home at all. What am I staying in a place that I haven't wanted to be for 20 years? I don't know. So I'm just like, it's time. The time is now. Time is now, and the money will come. It'll open up for me. It'll happen. Doug is a little bit sad, to be honest with you, because this is his home, and he really has a lot of good friends up here too. He likes to have the home base here, and I understand that. And I understand that if I see him, I will probably have to travel to Florida to see him more than he'll travel to San Diego to see me because it's not his home. But he could fall in love with it when we're out there too. So we'll just see. We'll just see. One of the biggest, is it Air Force bases? Air Force or Navy is out there. It's in San Diego, huge military. So he could actually be stationed there if he's a pilot. Yeah, so anyway, I don't know. It's all working out. I think it'll all work out. But I do get worried because I don't have like 20 grand saved to be like, yeah, I'll be fine when I get out there. I'll just put it all together. I don't have that. And I do know that there's a huge homeless population out in California. I know that they struggle with it. And I have seen like all of these things start to go around and around in my head. Like I've seen my sales go down and my videos, like I lost $1,000 in profits this month. And that sounds really shallow, but that's big. That's huge. Like to be $1,000 down when you're just trying to keep up. Because this is a new business I've started. It's like, ouch, it's scary. Like, what if it keeps going down? What if it never comes back up? You know, like that's why I can get into these really negative spaces in my head. Hello, Eight of Swords, that make me feel really scared. And I just feel like, you know, I just gotta kind of wing that shit and figure it out as I go. Just kind of gotta wing it. And follow my heart. Follow my heart. I can't wait. You know, as crazy as it sounds, the thing that I'm looking forward to the most right now is the road trip. I can't wait. I love being on the road. Wait, Navy, Marine, and Army are all out in San Diego, Amber? Navy, Marine. Yeah, I knew Marine was out there. I knew Marine. But I don't know, because if he's Air Force, he might not make it out. He wants to be Air Force. He wants to be Air Force. I'm like, why don't you do Navy? Because Navy has all the cool jets and shit. He's like just obsessed with the Air Force, so it is what it is. I just don't want them to like stick him on drones or something, because their Air Force is going more and more into drones, and that's not what Douglas does not want to sit in a friggin' room and flip a joystick. He wants to be in a plane. That will be an awesome trip for you, I'm sure. Oh God, girl, I can't wait. I mean, cross country is just like, it's always been a dream. I just wanted to go. There's so much of America that I haven't seen. Guy lives in Naples. I missed this one. FYI, praying for the tribe daily. Angels to cover you all and keep a hedge of your protection around you all. Oh, I love you, Kimberly. You're just the sweetest. Thank you so much. Jackie, when is your surgery rescheduled for? Was it rescheduled for like May, you said? I know they pushed you out. Amber, what's the best wine tasting? Ooh, that's a good one. Amber, what's the best wine tasting place in San Diego? I'm listening. Because I thought wine tasting all happened up north. Temecula? You renting a truck? No, Cindy, I'm not. I'm literally selling everything that I have. And I have a little Nissan Sentra. It's a new car. It's like 2017, brand new, low mileage. I just got it. So it's reliable for going across the country. But no, I'm literally like getting everything down to maybe 3 trunks that I can ship out there. And then whatever I can fit in my car, which includes the back seat is going to be my plants, because I'm not leaving my plants behind. So it's going to be me, Doug, and Kisses, and my plants in the car, and whatever I can shove in the trunk. But everything else is going. Our mattresses, our couch, everything else is going. Because clearly I have papers and things, memories and stuff that I don't want to let go of. Those things I will not get rid of. So I'm going to just take 3 trunks and send them out ahead of time, or have one of my friends send them out for me once we get out there. But everything else, I'm not taking a truck. And this is the reason why. It costs like $4,000. Even if you're going to do most of the moving yourself, it costs a lot of money to move cross country. And in my mind, I'm like, I got a bunch of old shit. I got to get rid of it anyway. There's really nothing that I'm too attached to. I'd rather take $4,000 and buy new furniture, start fresh. Like, why spend it on the move? That's the way I'm thinking. And come on, man. Oh, my battery's about to run out. But it's like, and it'll be a much more enjoyable road trip if I'm not worried about a van filled with my crap getting stolen. If it's just us in a car, we have a lot more flexibility, you know? So that's what I'm thinking. Amazon has mattresses. Whoop. Oh, you know what Amazon doesn't have, Amber? It doesn't have Cadbury mini eggs. What? Who doesn't have Cadbury mini eggs? Like, all the stores have them, but here I was trying to be like social distancing, and I'm like, I'll order my shit from Amazon. Cadbury mini eggs were going to back ordered until April 21st. Huh? That didn't even make sense to me. They got everything on Amazon. I bet I could order a mattress and have it tomorrow. But Cadbury mini eggs are going to take till April 21st? What? I don't even, the questions keep running in my mind. I can't even. Amber, you don't have to. I'm taking my mom out to the store. I'm just going to pick it up at Stop and Shop, but thank you. Guys, I got to get off because my screen is black and I can barely read the I can barely read the chain right now because I can't see it. My battery's dying. So I love you guys so much. There's not going to be another daily until Monday morning. That will be on Instagram. Please do join me. Born_without_boundaries on Instagram. It happens about the same time, sometime between 11 and 1. I don't know, when you get the notification, you get the notification. But I'll see you on Instagram. Monday through Thursday, my dailies. I always do a daily, but the dailies are Monday through Thursday on Instagram. And then on Friday, I'll meet you back here. I can't wait to see you guys. Also, next Friday, I'm going to be doing new moon. Not new moon. Ugh. And I was saying full moon on the new moon. A full moon in Libra. I'll be doing predictions for full moon in Libra. So, oh, my doggy's barking. I love you guys so much. Thank you so much for sharing this time with me and hanging out. I really do enjoy you guys. Romantic Tarot is coming out on Sunday, sweetheart. Absolutely. So Sunday, Romantic Tarot will debut. Monday, Scorpio, Capricorn, and Aquarius will debut. The normal schedule will follow suit. Okay? I love you guys, and I'll talk to you on Monday.